I'm Mariana Summerall. I worked at Chop Point Camp this summer. That's me sailing. So Chop Point is in Woolwich, Maine, located at the mouth of the Kennebec River, and it's an area where 5 bodies of water, or I think it's 6, meet. It's a non-denominational Christian summer camp focused on relationships with campers in like an outdoor setting. It was founded in 1967, but it was previously Mary Meeting Girls Camp, and that area is called Mary Meeting Bay, where all those rivers meet. So that's how it got its name. It's actually still run by its original founders from 1967, so it's very family-oriented camp. And its goal is to serve teenagers by enabling them to experience the best summer of their lives with the option of a 3-week session. There's 2 in the whole summer, or 5-day programs for local campers or younger campers from ages 8 to 12. That was the cabin I stayed in all summer for 10 weeks. So the goals of the internship were practicing leadership skills, which in-cabin responsibilities, daily activities, and leading all camp announcements and activities. So just being in front of people and being able to be a leader around teenagers and just faculty. Responsibilities and time management. We had a lot of things to be responsible for and very tight schedules. Getting campers to get up and clean the cabin and get to meals on time was a daily responsibility, and ensuring safety and well-being of campers at all times. Also interpersonal relational skills. So we interacted with and encouraged teenagers and kids throughout the entire summer, so always being on your toes and able to just jump into conversation. Social problem solving amongst campers and staff, whether it's in the cabin or just in your daily activities or at meal times, being able to adjust. And also staff unity. We had 2 weeks of staff week before we started camp, just to instill unity among the staff and create a better environment for the campers. And we had daily staff meetings every morning just to meet and go over the goals of the day. So my daily routine was pretty standard. It shifted a little bit as we got new campers, and whether it was a session or the 5-day program. But roughly we would have 6:30 staff meeting and devotion. 7 a.m. we would go to our cabins, wake up our campers, have them clean, and then 8 a.m. breakfast. We would have chores right after breakfast, and then a Bible study, and then at 10 a.m. we would release them to go to their individual activities. The teenagers, we just left them responsible to getting to their activities on time, and as counselors we had our own schedule of activities. So in the mornings from 10 to 1 there were 3 periods. 1 o'clock lunch, everyone meets for lunch, and then 2 to 6 we would have 4 periods of activities. And then 6 o'clock dinner. After dinner were all camp evening events, so we would all get together and have capture the flag, dodgeball, like Harry Potter night, different theme nights just throughout the summer. And then 9 to 10 was cabin time, and then 10 p.m. lights out. So my personal responsibilities were my daily activities. I had kayaking, jogging, sailing, arts and crafts, tennis, paddleboard throughout the whole summer. Just it varied from session to session. I was responsible for planning, organizing, and running camp evening events, so that would change throughout the summer, just depending on the night and the counselors that were in charge. But as counselors, we were responsible every night to get the evening events going and encouraging campers to participate. Leading cabin Bible studies and supervising day trips with camp. So we would go to Freeport, which is like 30 minutes away, and shop, or we would have roller skating. Just whenever we took camp off-site was one of our responsibilities. This is paddleboarding. This is the Kennebec River. How Warnell prepared me for camp? Well, this is my first semester in Warnell, so I didn't really have any previous training or classes going into this, but UGA helped prepare me for this job. Just interacting with large amounts of people on a daily basis improved my interpersonal skills, and time management and responsibility in college, just being able to handle your own schedule and being on time helped me adjust quickly into the schedule of camp and the demand that it had. This was a group we took. We had work day, so we had car washes and then around different sites in Maine. Contribution, I contributed, so all of the counselors had similar responsibilities, but each of us were contributing by just giving ourselves completely to our role as a cabin counselor, whatever that called for, just whatever our campers needed emotionally or just personal support, and in activities, being able to lead them and be encouraging in their just physical activities. And I had roughly 40 different girls this summer just come through the cabin. So also fostering harmony among the staff, that was huge, to have unity and just to really encourage that with everyone if there was a conflict or arguments or anything, just being able to adjust, especially between co-counselors. So I contributed by positively communicating and getting along with my co-counselor to provide the best experience for our campers. And also having positive attitudes regardless of the situation, and just being kind of an example for the campers regardless of what was going on. This is kind of to the side of the dock of the Kennebec, the paddle boards, this was at sunrise. Conclusions, I've grown through my confidence in leadership skills and abilities to connect with teenagers. And I've also grown in a number of ways just from having this experience and being responsible for various things that I've never really had to be responsible for. I'm thankful for getting to work towards a common goal with wonderful people this summer and the opportunity to share this experience. I'm hopeful that this experience will stay with me in the future, and I'll continue to benefit from what I've learned over the summer from the people and just the things I've learned at Chop Point. Acknowledgements to Chop Point for hiring me and to Warnell for supporting this experience. And that is the staff, all of the counselors and everyone. Are there any questions?